You're listening to Anibros, episode number 78. Today on the program, we investigate several institutions billing themselves as the Anibros. Clearly, our legal team has been playing H games during work hours once again. So tell us if you found this on Huff Duffer, because the show is starting now.
What's this website for the Anibros?
www.anibrospodcast.com.
Good. I hope everyone goes there. It's a fun website.
It's pretty cool. I mean, I just got a new deal signed with a company that said, if you put this banner ad on the top, you'll get a lot of money. And I mean, I'll tell you what, at work, I play the Shoot Osama Bin Laden with my mouse game all day.
Win a free iPad?
This is before iPads.
iPod,
this is some
I meant
old
to say.
code. It just says, shoot a terrorist, be American.
No, you gotta win an iPod.
Well, if you don't click on Osama right, then it takes you to like 4 pop-ups and you can win all kinds of stuff.
But if you click on them just right, you become an American hero.
You do, yeah. You don't actually have to buy anything. That's part of the scheme.
All right.
Yeah, but anyway, you can do all that, or you can follow us on Twitter, or like us on Facebook, or I think you can like tumble us. What's it called to tumble something?
I think it's that. You can tumble us.
That sounds dumb. I don't think that's it. But you could do the Tumblr deal. I think we have 1 post or 0 posts.
Should probably check on
It's
that.
one of those.
Don't find us on Pinterest, though. That's not us.
No, those are imposters. We have quite a lot of imposters.
That's actually why we're here today.
We want to call out all these posers, imposters, terrible humans that decided they could just come on into our territory and take our name.
Yeah, this is kind of a meta episode. We're not going to talk about a whole lot of anime, but if you're a fan of the Anibros and their stylings, maybe you'd like to hear about how we found all these Anibros imposters.
Maybe if you'd like to start a letter writing campaign after this episode to shut down all the fakes, be on our team, maybe get little buttons with our faces on it, that'd be okay.
The real Anibros.
Yeah. Maybe we should get some t-shirts made up.
The first one we noticed that came to our attention by our good friend, I think Patrick found it, right?
I think Patrick went on a spree of just typing Anibros and meticulously going through every page of Google to find every example of the word Anibros that Google could index.
We're not going to bring them all to you, but we are just going to point out the popular ones, just so you know where not to go.
The popular and or ones that were a thing that are not us.
The first one we found was The Anibros on YouTube, which is not Anibros Podcast, where you can listen to all of our episodes and watch all of our videos.
You can. It's easy.
Some of the videos are exclusives.
Click, click, click.
There's the Anime Jeopardy speeches on there.
It's up.
The Willis speech is up there. Willis's manifesto.
I call it a speech. That's good.
Laven opening a piece of mail he received is on there.
I just bought that camera.
But none of that is on this The Anibros. And I'm not gonna say their URL, but you'll know it when you see it. Looks kind of fruity.
Little fruit.
They have 2 videos or 1 video. I can't tell.
Don't go on. Yeah, click on the tab that says videos. All right, yeah,
3 videos.
Yeah, 3 uploads at least. I don't know if they made those videos. One
They
of them
did
is
not.
just a clickable, like, I don't know what this guy's up to. I think he's like pirating DVDs and making his own menus because
Yeah.
it was just like a little loop of like an app, something you click next on.
If you find these other Anibros, and if you search YouTube, they will come right up and not us. Just flag them for copyright violation.
Yeah, that's a good plan. If you know where they live, like if you have their address, you could send it to us.
They only joined on July 21st of 2014, so they're obviously the imposters.
They obviously searched Anibros like any due diligence doer would do and was like, whatever, these guys are probably not popular. I'll take their name.
There's also another Anibros under the guise of a video game that was added on May 30th, 2014. Obviously another imposter, doppelganger.
I heard that game was pretty good though. I heard it got a 4.2.
Well, I give it a 1 out of 10. He used the Mugen engine, so once again, he's just copying off of other people besides ourselves.
He's a big fake. He's got more comments than we've ever received in our entire career.
And when I approached him about this, he said it is just the name he wanted to put.
That's an official quote from his press PR people.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you find him, also flag this game if you can somehow.
Maybe steal it and then don't give him credit or money.
Downvote it on Reddit.
Maybe post it to Reddit first and then downvote it.
Tweet about it and say
Negative things.
Third on the list is this Russian Anibros. Don't be fooled by their flashy site.
They have a pretty nice site. It's clean. Look at those lines.
It looks like they've got some kind of anime pirating thing going on.
Now, you or do you not have AdBlock installed? For the record.
I do.
Okay, so we do not know if it's riddled with advertisements and Russian bride ads. Could be.
There's a lot of empty space.
A lot of empty space, and I'm not really willing to discredit the fact that they probably... There's also like a weird flash emblem up at the top with a big white space after that.
I think that's the Facebook logo.
That is?
Yes.
Looks like the Flash logo.
Nope. It's a link to Facebook.
All right, well, they have a better logo than us.
Yeah, I gotta say they have a better logo, but not a better... Well, I guess their name is just as good as ours because it's the same name.
They added a hyphen like a bunch of jackasses.
They did add a hyphen, but not in the actual title of the thing.
Nope, not in their URL.
And in their Facebook, they add an apostrophe.
So it's they own a bunch of videos. They just think they own everything.
Yeah, they're real full of themselves. Also created March 28th of 2014. So again, another imposter. If you see them, report them to...
The Better Business Bureau?
Yeah, the Russian government, whatever their police are called.
Tell Putin. Tell him, no way, Jose.
Put them in the slammer.
In the gulag.
Another thing that's disconcerting is we went to the River State Judiciary website, and apparently there is a case, the Anibros NIG Ltd versus the Chief Bar OTU O'Haymany.
So we fought a lawyer?
Yeah, I mean there was some kind of court case.
Where we were just facing a lawyer?
There's no status, but...
Did we lose?
You know, this happened in December of 2013, so once again, imposters.
Are we an LTD?
No.
So it's not us.
It's more imposters just trying to get us in trouble with the law.
Well, Miyazaki already threatened us, so this could be definitely... I'm glad I told him we were an LTD, so it threw the other Anibros under the bus.
Yeah, if you find these guys, I guess sue them more for stealing our name.
You should. You could write letters to various anime studios saying that these Anibro guys are defaming their names.
Yeah, it's not good. None of this is very good news for, stealing of our name. We try to keep our name protected, and I guess this is the thanks we get for... I don't know who came up with the name. Probably Laven.
It was me.
Obviously, yeah. At first I blamed him for not doing enough research, but then, we looked at the dates, and these are all just imposters.
All of them. I did my due diligence. I made sure no one was called Anibros before us.
Luckily, enough people are finding the real Anibros podcast at anibrospodcast.com. Or if you just Google Anibros podcast or even anime podcast, I would hope we would show up, but maybe not. We're not the best anime podcast, but we try.
We do try. We have a lot of episodes compared to some people.
Well, not compared to a lot of people.
No, I didn't say that, though.
We have also one review on iTunes, which I'd like to encourage all of our listeners who have iTunes to leave us a review.
Positive reviews if possible, but I'm not going to try to sway you.
Any review at all. This is one review that I'd like to thank the reviewer.
Personally.
Longclaw, thank you for the review titled Cool Podcast. He gave it 3 stars.
He's a good man.
And if you'd all like to know what it says, I'll just read it to you right now. I decided to check out an episode to get some ideas for shows to watch. A note by me. This is a very good idea, a reason to check out our episodes. We'll give you lots of good ideas on what shows to watch.
We do.
Okay, back to Longclaw. I was really enjoying the show until one of them said something about, quote, gay homos. Maybe I just didn't get it. All right, that was Longclaw's review. If anybody knows the episode or time where we said something about, quote, gay homos, maybe let us know. We're really curious about that.
Yeah, we were really trying to go back in our memories and try to find out when we said, quote, gay homos. And I couldn't think of anything. Jack couldn't think of anything. Patrick couldn't think of anything. We all were like, that's a pretty clean family show. I don't know who would bring that up.
It doesn't sound outside the realm of possibility. It does sound like something, as we would say, something as ridiculous as that. I'd just like to know the context myself. Because he says something about gay homos and something that he didn't get it. So I'd like to listen back and see if, I don't care if I said anything about homos or how gay they are. I just like everybody to be able to get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I don't remember the joke, so I'm not able to confirm or deny anything yet.
He didn't get it.
You didn't get it.
But I will get it. Get to the bottom of it.
Or the top.
Thanks, Longclaw, for the review. And thank you, listener, for the review you're going to leave after this.
I heard him.
While we were also Googling ourselves, we came across the greatly named site Huffduffer.
Huffduffer.com? I can't see it from here.
That's right. It's huffduffer.com. Not really important about the URL. It's a terrible name, but it's a silly name.
It's pretty silly.
Seems to be some kind of network you can log into and kind of post about.
I don't really understand the gist of it. It's like a Twitter and a Facebook minus all the features.
Like Dig or...
It might be kind of like Dig. Apparently you can go in, huffduff a post.
Yep, that's the verb they use.
And then it gets upped or posted. I don't really know what happens to it, if it goes onto some sort of aggregate feed or if folks can search you now since you've been huffduffed. But all we know is someone thought of us. They thought we were so good and worthy of being huffduffed that we could be added to their listening choices.
Let's go to the About section of Huffduffer for the first time. Oh, it does have something to do with podcasts. Number 1, find links to audio files on the web. Number 2, huffduff the links. Add them to your podcast. Number 3, subscribe to podcasts of other found sounds. That's not a podcast. Finding other people's podcasts.
So
that's not creating a podcast.
Well, that might be a link. Can you hover over create your own podcast? Nope. Hover over. Nope. I thought that was going to be a link.
No, these are the steps. Create your own podcast. Step 1, find links to audio files on the web.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I guess that's a step. I do that sometimes. Music mainly. Number 2, huffduff the links. Add them to your podcast. I think that's not a podcast. That's more of a feed. Subscribe to podcasts of other found sounds. Maybe we're podcasting wrong. Maybe this Huffduffer has it figured out.
This is what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be huffduffing.
And supposed to find links to audio files and just huffduff them.
But how do you publish your finished product? Are you supposed to huffduff it yourself? And then it's published?
That sounds dangerous.
I don't know. I don't like this.
Yeah.
It seems kind of shady.
Anyway, the whole reason we brought this up is there's a wonderful listener who might be listening. Maybe he's one of the 40. His name's Definitely Jeff.
Definitely Jeff.
And he huffduffed us.
He gave us our first huffduff.
Yeah, and we want to thank him.
Personally.
And also, while Googling, we went to the old Hummingbird forums. It's just a knockoff of my anime list, but whatever. You can make whatever website you want to make. I'm not going to judge you. And Definitely Jeff is also there, mistakenly thinking that we're a popular anime podcast.
He did give us a rave review.
Yeah.
And or included us in a list of the most popular anime podcasts.
So...
Gold star.
And it looks like, just scrolling down, he co-hosts a podcast about Digimon, so...
Oh, we should get him on the show.
Good luck with that. I'll listen to his Digimon podcast. I saw Digimon one time.
I watched it when I was a lad.
It wasn't bad. There's one guy who had like a ladybug Digimon.
Kinda, yeah. That's not inaccurate.
One of the kids was a doctor. He had a lab coat.
He did have a lab coat. Don't think he was a doctor. In the digital world, anything is possible. That's what you gotta remember.
Maybe Definitely Jeff can fill me in later on what else Digimon is all about.
But that was them.
If you want any more fun things about the Anibros, just keep listening in segment 2.
Well, fun's pretty subjective. I mean, I think it's kind of fun, but...
You know what I think is fun?
Questions?
25 questions.
Specifically that number.
We also Googled Anibros, and this blog...
Yeah, how do we get here from Googling Anibros? I forget.
Well, in the very beginning, this person says, because these Anibros did one, I feel obligated to write one up too. And they're using Anibros, I guess, as in kind of just a term for bros, but with Annie at the beginning. But I felt like maybe they were talking to us, maybe because the Anibros did the questions, but we didn't do the questions.
We did not, definitely.
So I feel like if we don't do these, we might be causing a time paradox.
We don't want to cause a time paradox. If there's one thing we've learned If there's one thing we've learned,
One.
it is don't cause a time paradox. There are a few bears in bear country who would attest to this, and I don't want to get their name wrong, so I will refrain from saying it. Moving on. Questions. No paradox.
So let's get these done really quick. Who is your favorite male anime character?
You go first if you have an answer already.
Tada Banri.
Tada Banri. That is an interesting answer.
The way his name rolls off your lips and it just makes you want to say it.
It just makes you want to eat a bonbon.
Tada Banri.
Tada Banri. All right. Probably going to have to go with good old Gene Starwind from the old Outlaw Star.
There you go.
Just remembered how cool he was by rewatching that show recently.
He's got a bunch of guns.
He has a couple guns. One awesome gun, few regular guns. Anyway.
All right, question 2. Who is your favorite female anime character?
That's easy. Asuka Langley Soyu. Done.
My favorite is...
Shinji.
No.
Just say a random Japanese word. It's probably a name somewhere. What's the Japanese word for strawberry jam? I bet that's the name. It's probably K-On! Lady.
No.
Or Lucky Star.
I'll say Ritsuko Kubel Kettenkrad
Okay.
from Kujibiki Unbalanced.
That's a weird answer. But okay.
She's the class president, I think.
I'm pretty sure all girls are the class president.
Question 3. What is your favorite anime soundtrack?
I think my favorite of all time ever, in terms of miles of CD spun, would be the Lane Siberia mix soundtrack. It's remixed, and I listened to that CD probably like 10,000 hours, just straight time throughout all of middle school.
All right. Yeah, this one's really, really tough. And I could probably, if I tried to think, I could probably think of a better one. But I'm just going to put Fooly Cooly.
Oh,
Just because it's the pillows.
I don't want to go back on my word, but that is equally as equal, or possibly second best, but
It's not really like what you think of when you think of a stereotypical soundtrack. Because
Yeah.
it's just literally songs by them.
that had equal playtime in middle school. So I don't know. They're both up there.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, I really like the pillows. I listen to all their songs. Well, you're listening to the Fooly Cooly soundtrack.
Yeah.
What is your favorite anime opening plus animation?
Opening plus animation.
It changes a lot for me.
Yeah,
I
it
feel
just
like every
depends on.
season I'll have.
It depends on what's. Oh man, I've never thought about what the best one is. I don't know. Probably one of the first things I watched. I'm sure that was something that has like super good animation.
I was thinking about something that's super good music too.
What's the name of that show? Dang it! What's the name of the show with Tomoko?
Watamote.
Yeah, Watamote. That had a great intro. I don't know if I ever skipped the intro to Detroit Metal City.
Oh, that one's good, of course.
I did like that one, and then that made me think of Black Heaven. That has a good intro too. Great song.
Oh yeah, Black Heaven.
That's one of the best songs ever. It's not long enough. I'm constantly mad that it's only like 2 minutes long.
Oh, Jinsei. That one's good.
I'm using an aggregate of everything I said. Those are all my favorite.
Oh, Gekkan Shoujo had a good one. I'm just gonna say Jinsei for now. It's probably a better older one, but
Let's just move on. That's
I'm a
too hard.
loser.
It's like, what's your favorite molecule?
What's your favorite ending plus animation?
Don't care. Skip that question.
Great, awesome.
Dragon Ball, Season 1, the American version. Done.
Bakemonogatari always has good endings.
Actually, the Outlaw Star ending song is really good, but the animation is non-existent.
Yeah, the animation's pretty bad. I like the second ending song. It's
Yeah,
okay.
both of them I like them, but the second one is better.
What is your favorite anime scene?
Just piece of length of film, like just some scene.
I don't know, man. I'm sure this is really exciting for people to listen to.
This is, yeah, like let's convey our favorite moving picture with like our subpar ability to describe things.
This person from the future said the final episode of Katana Gatari, and I agree with that. It's pretty good.
As of a scene, like something that sticks with me forever, probably in Lane, where she builds her giant computer and is tromping around in the cooling fluid that's all over her floor. That scene's always stuck with me.
Well, my favorite scene might be from probably one of my favorite animes, so let's think of that. Maybe, I don't know, Perfect Blue when you found out who the bad guy was at the end and they chased through the town.
Not when they get the facts for the first time, and you're like, what?
When they did what?
When they get the facts,
Ate the
when
facts?
she gets the facts
What are you talking about?
in Perfect Blue, the facts comes through the fax machine. She's like, what?
What was in the... I don't remember that.
Oh, that does happen. I'm pretty sure that happens.
What are you talking about? What was in the facts?
I don't remember what it says, but she gets the fax. It comes out of the fax machine, and it's from the killer in her apartment.
Okay.
Oh, that's a creepy part.
What did the facts say?
It doesn't matter. I don't remember what it says.
The fact that she got a fax message was creepy, or...
Yeah, because it has something to do with what she was up to in her room, and she's like, what?
Oh, I don't know. I should probably rewatch that now that I know who the killer is. That's a good movie. If you could meet an anime character, who would it be?
Hold on now. Do you get all the stuff that comes with the anime character? So you're like, if I meet Naruto, he is a legitimate ninja and can show you all this ninja stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. That's tough then.
If you could meet somebody.
I choose Naruto. No, I'm kidding. I do not choose Naruto. I'm going to choose someone who I want their world to be brought into mine. So you get all their stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about like some kind of robot or something.
Yeah, I want some cool technology from the future. Maybe like some cool character. Who would be the best character to meet? Maybe like Spike. Like Cowboy Bebop, live in those times. Could go to Mars. Probably want to meet all the girls from K-On! Actually, I changed my mind. All at the same time.
You have to pick one.
I can't. Probably Mio, because she has a good base. I'd steal it. I'd probably beat her up, take the base, then vanish her back off to anime land, and there you go.
Honestly, before you said that, I was going to say Ritsu, just so I could have somebody to jam with.
You could jam with him, yeah. All right. I guess that's the second best part. They would be very polite, and they would offer us tea, and we would actually never jam because they would just not want to for all year, and they'd just hang out in your house and take your food.
Well, Mio and Azusa might.
They would, but only if you were up for it. What's the next question?
What anime character is most similar to you in terms of personality?
Goku.
Why is that?
Because he's badass. That's it.
Well, I would have to say Super Saiyan level 3 Goku.
Damn it. I'm going to have to say I changed my mind to Super Saiyan level 4 Goku. He's even more badass because he doesn't have any regard for human life whatsoever at that point.
Well, guess what? He's not canon, so...
He is canon. Super Saiyan 4, that's Dragon Ball GT, son.
Guess what? That's not canon. Too bad.
Too bad. I changed my mind to Shinji.
Changed my mind to the Gouda Gouda fairies.
Oh, which one?
The mushroom one.
All right.
What is your favorite thing about anime?
It's from Japan, duh.
Yeah, my favorite thing is probably just the fact that it's from Japan.
And that, like, it's just a good glimpse into the Japanese way of life.
It's
And
exactly like how Japanese people live.
when I look at it and I see that there's a club being portrayed, I can really get a sense of, I really wish I was in a Japanese club because of their friendship. I mean, I heard from various sources that after high school, your life just sucks beyond any sort of doubt. And, you know, those club times, it's basically perpetual nostalgia for my past and for all the generations.
What is your least favorite thing about anime?
Probably all the space and just general shenanigans that don't happen outside of school, because I can't really relate to that. I really like when my anime is really grounded in realism.
And you're saying that there are too many that are fantasy?
Oh, yes. Magical powers, spaceships, mechs. It's too much. I just want some girls. Because, you know, about 90% of all Japanese schools are girls.
Yeah.
I just want the girls. Maybe
It's China, they have a boys only rule. So they send the girls to Japan.
I'm not talking about China. I'm talking about Japan.
Well, they send the girls to Japan.
Fine. Girls, and then maybe me, and then my friend, and that's all. That's just us.
Your friend who gives you tips on how to get the best girls.
Yeah.
And a ranking of the hottest girls.
Sure. And he doesn't have any girls for himself. Is kind of like a lazy guy, but also like just weirdly sarcastic all the time. And I basically have no opinion or care in the world. And he comes up to me after school every day. And he's like, hey, you going to eat those bread rolls? And I'm like, no, I'm just thinking, looking out the window. And he'll be like, thanks. And he'll take them and he'll eat them. And then, where is I going with this? What's the question?
Who are your favorite anime couple?
Wait, who are my favorite anime people?
Couple.
That wasn't the question.
It is.
But we can move on. That's tough. Do they have to actually be together?
Yes. That's the whole point
So
of the
then
question.
that means there are none.
No, there are some. We gotta think.
Probably the Zach and Miria from Bacano.
All right. That's a good one. I was gonna say there's not a lot. I like this question better because there's not a lot of choices.
No, because if it's definitively together, like that eliminates like 80% of all anime.
Like, I don't know. I already used Tata Bonri for an answer, so I don't want to say him again.
Tata Bonbon bastard. I hate that guy.
He's part of an anime couple, though.
Sorta. Sometimes. When it suits him.
What about old Ryosuke and Kirino? Do they count?
No. They don't count. Oh, you could choose I might even change mine to old Superman scientists and old Christina.
No, you can't say they're a couple.
They are definitely a couple at the end.
No, they're not. Sorry.
They are.
No.
Nope. They are.
I guess, I mean, you're free to choose whoever you want, but I don't think they are.
It's between those two.
The Robotics Notes guys, now they're a couple.
Nope.
If you remember the end of that.
They don't.
And they do.
They just like the robots.
Question 12. Who is your favorite anime animal?
Pen. Done.
I would have to say Sakamoto from Nichijou.
Just because the word saying Sakamoto.
He's a great animal.
He's a great animal.
Question 13. What anime would make a good game?
Most of the ones that already got made into games.
I was going to say, try to find one that's not a game.
That's a dumb question. I don't like... No, skip that question. That's stupid.
No, it's not a dumb question. Come on.
All right, fine. Let's see. So I choose an anime where they just date and they have to pick a bunch of girls. Oh, that's a thing. I choose an anime where you got to go into space and shoot a bunch of stuff. Oh, no, that happens too.
Well, you know what I choose? How about Kill la Kill? That'd make a good game.
Fine. It wouldn't be different than other games. It'd be like Bayonetta or something. You go around hurting stuff, getting hurt yourself. Sometimes you die because you're bad at it. Who cares? It's just a game. I refuse to answer this question.
What game would make a good anime?
Okay, reverse it, and it's almost the same thing. They make a lot of anime out of games.
This one's even harder. I can't think of any.
Police Knots would be an awesome anime.
Yeah.
Any adventure game. I would like them to see make a bunch of those like PC 98 games into anime and then translate it so I can watch.
I don't know. A lot of times I think those are better as games, though.
Not if the tedious controls are slowing you down 100%. Like Snatcher.
Well, maybe you just need to be better.
Nope. It needs to be an anime. This is my question and I can answer how I want.
This person, by the way, answered Final Fantasy Tactics, so...
That's not an answer. That has no story. What's wrong with them?
What was the first anime you ever watched?
And I knew it was anime or I just watched it?
I don't know. What's the first anime you ever watched?
Speed Racer is the first anime that I ever watched.
Alright, there you go.
But I didn't know it was anime. I thought it was a cartoon.
This person answers as a real oldie anime and then an anime that actually got you sucked into the fandom.
I'm not answering it.
Why?
Because it doesn't make sense.
What anime got you sucked into anime fandom?
Nothing. No one anime was just like, now that I've seen this, all anime is my favorite. It's more like very slow over time where I was like, oh, I saw this show. Now this other show is also on TV. I'll watch that show too. I didn't know it was anime. I didn't care.
What was the first anime you watched where you knew it was anime and wanted more anime?
It's a combination because I saw them all at the same time. So anything on Toonami, all at once. Like day one, I didn't just see, oh, I saw Outlaw Star, now I love all anime. It's like, no, in an afternoon I watched an episode of like 5 things and then thought it was really cool. So I got like, you get the entire gambit of what it could be because there's like Sailor Moon stuck in there too. You see all the stuff that it could be. And you're like, oh, I like this style of show.
All right. Question 16. Do you think you'll ever stop watching anime?
No.
Yeah, that's a really dumb question.
That is stupid. I'm watching it now. Why would I stop?
Number 17. What is your favorite genre of anime?
My favorite genre of anime is a combination moe, harem, space, battle royale.
So you watch like...
Tenchi Muyo.
Yeah, Tenchi Muyo, Moe Space Pirates.
Yep.
What is your least favorite genre of anime?
Next. Space opera.
Are you open about watching anime with people you know?
No, I would never let anyone know that I like anime.
Yeah, that's a good tip to all our listeners. Don't let anybody know you watch anime.
Keep your power levels hidden. Maybe make fun of people who watch anime that you see.
Nothing good can come of letting people know you watch anime. Just comment anonymously on our podcast.
Yeah. I mean, I've basically never told anybody.
Number 20. Have you ever been to Japan?
Nope.
Number 21 and a half. Do you know any cousins who have?
It doesn't say cousins.
Number 21. What anime was the biggest letdown for you?
Oh, I've been pretty disappointed by some anime.
Yeah, me too.
Let's see.
Let down. I was let down by Yokohama Quiet Country Cafe. What's the name of this thing? I don't want to rattle off all this Japanese crap. Oh, Yokohama Shopping Journal.
Biggest letdown.
It's supposed to be like a cool, chill out anime that everyone's hyping up, saying it's just like Kino's Journey and all this stuff, but it really sucks.
But it really, in actuality, is a big turd.
I mean, I watch Slice of Life, but this is slice of like nothing.
But just nothing happening.
Yeah, nothing happening.
Slice of stupid.
Tamako Market was also a pretty big letdown. I used to like Kyoani.
I don't know why I can't think of a specific time when I was let down. Because it has happened, I know. I don't know, probably some mech show that I thought was going to be really good, and it just didn't do it.
What about Kaiji? Wasn't that a letdown for you?
No, I liked Kaiji.
You know, there's a lot of letdowns in anime, and it hurts.
It hurts right real deep.
What anime was better than expected?
I'm going to have to go with Steins Gate on that one.
You expected it to be bad?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just because it was based on the game, and I was like, stuff based on games sucks.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So I really was apprehensive to wanting to watch that, because I'm like, no, it was based on a dumb Xbox thing. I don't care.
Was it Xbox?
I don't even know if it was, but
No,
in my head,
it was a computer game.
in my head, I remembered. I thought it was for Xbox for some reason, and was like, I don't care about this Xbox game. I have no. I never looked it up. I just
It's
knew
just
it was
a visual novel.
Yeah,
for
and this
PC, but
nope.
they even thought it was for the Xbox.
I thought it was basically Madden, and didn't want to have anything to do with that.
What is the best anime fight scene
Of all time,
I don't know.
episodes 124 through 175 of Goku Spirit Bomb is the best fight. He's powering it up, right? They talk, they pan away to some other thing, and then he's still powering it up. There's a bunch of fights in Gundam that are really cool. Most of the fights in Pat Labor are pretty awesome.
Jormungand has some good fight scenes.
Yeah, it does. And then Black Lagoon also has some cool fights.
I need to watch that.
You do. If you like Jormungand, you love Black Lagoon.
Question 24. Who is your anime waifu?
It's Asuka.
And what was the answer that you also answered her for?
Best lady of all time.
And she's also your anime waifu?
Shouldn't those always be the same answer?
You can have a favorite and a waifu, I guess. I don't know.
Nope. One's cheating and one's being honest.
What was your favorite video game as a child?
Oh, your favorite? Probably Metal Gear Solid 1. That's taking it.
You know, that would make a good anime.
That would make a good anime.
We should go back and say that.
Yeah, I change it. I would like to see Metal Gear Solid 1 done as like a really nice anime.
Maybe, yeah.
Like perfect pacing, like just as good as the game.
A movie.
Yeah,
It would have to be a movie. I wouldn't accept a TV show of that.
Maybe an OVA series, like 45-minute episodes. A couple of them.
Maybe. Yeah,
Two parts.
two. You can split it between discs, I guess.
That'd work. Well, it need to be kind of long though, because you really gotta, to get into that story, you gotta feel like you've been doing it a while.
I don't know where a good stopping point would be. Maybe on the backtrack after Meryl gets shot or something.
If you wanted to do it up in the same style, you could just make it a series that takes place over
maybe the long elevator
whole game.
can be a stopping point or something.
The whole, all this whole series.
Oh, the whole series?
Just make that into make that one series, one season of a show, takes place over all of it.
No, I wouldn't want to split it up into little tiny episodes.
Time skips.
Especially not one.
It doesn't have to be split. It could just be serialized. It won't matter. It'll just be like, to be continued on a cliffhanger every time.
No, that's not acceptable.
I don't think it's unacceptable. I think it's great.
Maybe for 4 or something that actually splits it
I'm
up.
saying maybe if you're a baby.
Yeah, maybe if you're a baby. That's exactly
I was
what
just
gonna
ready for
say.
you to say that. I was like, damn it, he's going to call me a baby.
Not today. All right, so that's enough
Was that 25?
bullshit. Yeah, that's 25.
Okay. What was the last question?
The video game one. Very anime related.
Oh, yeah, it was Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, that's all the miscellaneous business, I think.
All right, now for new business.
I just want to tell everybody some manga I read.
All right.
It's very important. First up is
Well, if old Iron Claw or Claw's Claw or whatever his name is needs to tune in for some recommendations.
yeah, here's your manga recommendation. I try to only recommend manga that's complete and completely scanlated, so everyone can have fun reading it and not like wait on new chapters or something. Today's recommendation is Inside Our Roof Beneath the Sky.
Is that a full title?
Yeah.
I already don't like it.
Well, this is a story about a certain young woman who has become a NEET right after high school without even realizing it.
Oh, she realized it.
And in her case, it's not that she doesn't want to work, but it's rather that she's just kind of lazy and can't decide what job she wants to do.
Oh, I like Willis.
So you could compare it to Willis or anybody who just, like after you leave high school or college, you're just like, oh, what do I do?
Yeah, like real life, like normal times.
Yeah, it's normal times. I mean, people like Willis could read it and feel better. And, because now that I have
Do you think Willis would feel better if you read this?
I'm not making any promises to anybody, but it's a good story to read, I guess. It's not the best or anything, but it's 4 coma. And
you like that?
I do like that. I love that.
You'd probably read 1 coma if that was a thing.
I read Family Circus, so yeah.
All right.
Lockhorns. And then a much better one is Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker 4 coma. If anybody's ever played The Wind Waker or knows anything about it.
What if I dropped the GameCube off a roof with the Wind Waker in it?
This comic is for you. It's hilarious.
Okay.
It's freaking hilarious.
That's pretty much saying something.
And I can't find anything else by the author. His name is Oyster.
Is it like a Dojin that would have been sold at like Comic Cat? Or is it licensed by Nintendo?
You know what? It's not licensed by Nintendo. So it must have been a Dojin. So,
by Oyster. Oyster went to Comic Cat, set up his booth with his friends, like Genshiken style.
Yeah.
They sold some illicit, explicit 4 coma of Link.
Let's look at the cover.
Let's look. It's got a pirate ship, pirate booty.
I don't think that's the cover because there's nothing else on
What's he holding?
He's holding the Wind Waker.
What's behind him?
The boat?
No, that piece. Is that part of the boat? Did he like take the top off the boat?
Have you ever played the Wind Waker?
Nope.
You need to play it then.
Does it float in the air?
It's a boat on water.
I see the boat. Now look, there's like stars of magic around this piece. It looks like Santa or something right there.
This?
Yeah, this whole thing.
That's the Wind Waker.
Not that, behind it.
This cloud?
No, right there.
This yellow thing?
No, that part, it's red, right? It looks like it is part of the boat, but then there's mountains like in the background that you can see.
This red part?
Yeah, right. Yeah, what is that?
The boat.
How is it connected to the boat?
The boat has like a head.
It doesn't look like any sort of
Here's
tangible
the
object.
nose, yellow. Here's the eye, the eyebrow. It's white.
Is it like looking behind itself?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How does it connect though? Is it like in the front or behind?
This red thing is a neck.
I see the face now.
Yeah.
And it's like looking to the camera. I see.
You need to play Wind Waker. We're going to play that in the next Game Sheriffs.
I don't want to.
Well, too bad.
It's really long and it's cell shaded.
Nope. We're going to play it.
Both of those things are dumb.
We're going to read the 4 coma, but first we're going to play the game.
I'm going to do probably none of those things.
Nope, too bad. We're going to play it right after this. I got the GameCube hooked up.
It's revving its engine. It's ready to go.
Another thing I've been doing besides reading lots of manga is watching Yama no Susume, aka Encouragement of Climb.
You and your girls.
They climb mountains. They climb Mount Fuji.
They actually climb Mount Fuji?
Yeah.
To the top?
To the top.
They have gear?
Yeah.
And they do it?
They climb several mountains in season 2.
Okay, all right.
It's the animation is top notch. Music, top notch. If we went back to the best opening, maybe I should pick this.
All right. I was so excited for that first season. It was such a letdown.
It's kind of a letdown. I think they climb like 2.
I'm going to probably make that my answer for the letdown question.
They hike 2 mountains.
They hike a walking trail in basically the nature walk, like a paved trail.
Yeah. In one episode, they even go back to that and say how much of baby mountain it is.
All right. Maybe like a bunch of otaku who are like climbing otaku wrote in. They're like, you have no idea how to climb a mountain, do you, authors? They're like, no.
It feels like they have like a budget for like a full anime, but the episodes are only like 11 minutes long or something, so they just cram it all in there. Like the art's like really good.
Wait, I thought season 2 was full 30-minute episodes.
They're not 30-minute episodes. They're like 15-minute episodes.
I specifically was excited because I knew that they were going to be full-length episodes.
They feel long enough. Like how often are you watching a 24-minute episode and you're like, oh, I wish it was a little bit more. No,
Most of the time.
after 15 minutes, I'm like, that's good enough for an episode.
No, not at all. After 15 minutes, I'm like, yeah, that was probably the commercial break. And then not, oh, it's over. I'm going to get back trapped in that style that I thought it was just the intro for an entire playlist and then it's over.
No, it feels like a whole episode. It feels slightly shorter. At the end, you're not tired of it. You're like, oh, that was good.
I'll give it a go, but
It's really good.
I'm now really disappointed.
It's the best show of the season.
Super disappointed. Now that, which season? This didn't just come out, right?
Well, it's over both seasons. It's a two-core.
So you can't count that. It started in the previous season.
Well, I go by when it ends because that's when you really know the merits of the show.
No,
That's what I do.
I can't do it that way.
I go by when it ends.
I go when it starts.
No, because then it's not over. It could have a crappy ending.
I don't actually go by any of it. I do not compare it to the other shows in the season. It just happened to be aired at that time. Has nothing to do with each of the other studios.
Well,
They just got their shit together at the same time. Doesn't mean that they're competing.
sometimes people got to compete things. We don't have sports.
We do though. You're just not watching them.
Yeah, we have anime.
We have sports anime. Watch that. That goes on for 180 episodes.
That's what I'll do.
It's good. It's basically like watching real sports. But you know, at the very last chapter, it's going to be they win the World Series. So it's great.
Or to be continued.
Where in real life, you might die before that actually happens for your team.
Well, I think that's all the things. I mean, I've been watching a bunch of other random things and reading random things. What have you been watching?
Just Gundam. I'm not caught up on Shirobako, but that too.
Which Gundam?
The new Gundam Reguista.
Oh, how's it going?
It got better. It's not good, but I see that it could be okay. It's definitely not Seed. Like, if I only ever from the rest of my life got to watch either Seed or this, Seed would be destroyed. Like, Seed's terrible. But this had a weird intro. The first couple episodes were really weird. But it started to figure out its pacing sort of by now. It is starting to make sense. I'm not really liking the really childish characters, but the art and the animation and the character design is really good.
All right.
I watched all of Outlaw Star last week
Just for fun.
just because I saw it there and was like, you know what I haven't watched? Outlaw Star as an adult. I watched it like back in the day, but I'm like, I don't know if I've ever watched this in order all the way through. So went through, watched
Even
it
though
all.
you had the DVD, you never watched them?
No. I bought that DVD because it was on clearance for like $15. It actually was way better than I always sort of in the back of my mind was like, it's not Cowboy Bebop. It's like a ripoff of Cowboy Bebop. So I remember it being cool, but it's probably not as good. It's pretty good by itself.
I like the animation. That's my favorite kind of animation.
Yeah, some of it's wonky, but some of those like off-model designs, you can tell like the C team was in charge.
But it's kind of like that 90s look.
Yeah, everyone's all pointed and has like the right kind of eyes.
You watch it subbed?
I did not. I watched it dubbed because nostalgia had to. I did like that dub, and it's not bad.
Yeah, because all their names are in English, and like none of it is very Japanesey.
They get good voice actors for the dub, so it sounds all right.
The voices sound kind of off. Like I think all the male anime voice actors sound like wimpy compared to the.
They do. I remember I was gonna start watching it subbed, and I turned it on.
They sound like badasses.
And I was listening. I was like, "What is it? These guys don't sound right."
And then you change it back to the English, and they're kind of like wimpy and soft voiced.
No, I thought the English one it was opposite of that.
Oh no!
The dubs they sounded like men, and in the other one they sounded like they were acting as weird Japanese people. It sounded wrong.
I think in most anime, the problem is like the gangsters or like the kind of like bad guys. Like Gene, or he's supposed to be like some kind of like real bad dude. They have like some voice actors like, what are y'all? Rah, rah, rah,
Yeah,
like
sounds
that.
like a Yakuza thug.
And then the
Yeah.
English guy's like, hey there, what's going on? Look out, man. And it's like,
I didn't really get that sense in this show, just because he's not like a thug. He's just a kid.
he's kind of a thug.
He's not really a thug at all.
He's a badass that everyone knows about.
He says that, but he's just more of just a big talker.
Some guy walks into a bar looking for him, and everyone in the bar and around the bar goes, oh my god, it's him. Did he kick another guy's ass? Oh.
Yeah, but there's like space out there where they're actual badasses, and he's just like, I'm just this kid who's afraid of space. It's put together pretty well. It's fun. Has a good ending.
And I got the remastered DVD, so it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I watched the first episode of the Blu-ray,
It's not Blu-ray, but
or that rip. It says it's the Blu-ray rip, but
it doesn't say Blu-ray rip. There's no Blu-ray of it, but it's just a remastered DVD. How is the cat girl?
Lame. Actually turns into not a cat.
Really?
They call her a cat, but she's like a beast that isn't cat-like when they actually transform. I thought that might have been a dub thing. She does look, yeah. I thought she was a cat, but it doesn't quite. It's not like a cat when she transforms.
What is it like? Like the Hulk?
Yes, she turns green.
All right.
Catgirl's fine. She's really annoying in the dub. You should watch Trigun.
Yeah, I hear I gotta watch that.
If I were in your position and I had to choose between the two, I'd probably watch Trigun first. Yeah, it is a better show, but I like Outlaw Star more.
I did get Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah, I heard about that.
For Pat out there, he might be excited.
He's probably jumping for joy.
What is it, like 80 episodes or something?
Something. You might as well just tell me you're going to start Naruto. I don't care.
We should watch a few episodes of One Piece.
One Piece manga is not bad
Just get a taste
until
of
a
it.
certain point, and then it's like they're never going to end this thing.
Oh, I was going to ask if you read it. And then
I did read it when it was in Shonen Jump every month. It was the one I saved till last because I don't like this, but I'd read the whole thing and be like, there's just one more left that I just don't want to not read.
Yeah.
So I would read it, and then by the time I read, I would start out being like, I hate this, and then like read it and be like, oh, I'm kind of interested in the story, and then it would be over, and I would instantly be like, all right, I guess I'll wait till next month.
Yeah.
And a couple of days later, be like, why did I even like that? That's dumb.
Exactly.
Every month until I'm like, have this weird kind of like interest about what's going on in the story, but I don't like it enough to say I like it.
I find that's how I am for most popular things. I'm just like, I guess I'll try it since it's so good. Like, something about it must be good for everybody to like it. And then it's like, I'm following it along. Then if, like, for some reason I can't watch it, I'm like, oh, well.
Yeah.
Remember when we tried to watch Sword Art Online?
Where
We're
I'm
like,
like,
yeah,
oh.
this is supposed to be so good. And then we watch 5 episodes. We're like, should we watch another? I don't really care.
Yeah, you see, even just saying that, and then we watched 5 episodes. I won't give a lot of things 5 episodes.
Yeah.
And you're like, dang it, yeah, I kind of got invested in that, even though we were able to just shut it off and be like, oh, yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah, immediately after, we're just like,
If you were to play all of them, I would have probably sat there and been like, okay, as long as everyone else wants to watch it, I will too.
Or even, what's the big thing this season? I guess, well, Sword Art Online's back, actually.
That, and isn't Attack on Titan doing something?
Not this season.
Not this season?
That was a while ago.
Well, I don't know what the kids like.
Yeah, what are those kids up to?
I don't pay attention to what they like at all.
I haven't been watching a lot of anime from this season. I have been crossing things off of my to-try list.
Gotta watch Trigun.
Yeah, I gotta go back to that watch classic anime plan I had.
Whatever happened to that?
I've been too busy editing podcasts.
Oh.
Guess what I'm gonna have to do now?
This is shot ourselves in our foot.
Yeah. It's one or the other. I can either watch anime or produce a podcast.
Just don't do either of those things.
I guess not.
Buy a gun.
I wish I could have the same gun as Kino. It's a cool looking gun.
She has a lot of guns.
I think she has 2. 3.
4.
I think it's just like a rifle, a revolver, and then like that woodsman. You were gonna try that Battle Nichijou show by Trigger?
I see that you dropped it,
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
so no.
I gave it 3 episodes, and each episode would just have a tiny little piece of something good, and just the rest is him having a harem.
No, then no.
And just the worst kind of harem. He like all the girls
How dare
have giant
Trigger.
crushes on him, and he's just like, "Huh? What did you say?" And then like one girl will propose to him, and all the other girls will get mad. He's like, "I don't know why everybody's so mad." And they're like, "It's."
Is it joking? Like not taking itself seriously?
No, it's pretty serious. It's really just generic and dumb.
Why would they do that? Maybe they just aren't allowed to make 2 good things in a row.
Well, they're probably just doing it for the money. It's a light novel adaptation. They didn't write it.
But I
for
thought
them.
Trigger was going to be cool and not do that, but I guess not.
No, they're just hands for hire.
I was
gonna
gonna
draw it.
I was hoping in my mind that they would be like, whatever Gynax, we're gonna be the better Gynax and not do all that crap.
Yeah, I guess so.
And then they just are doing the same thing.
In one episode, they, I guess, played tennis for some reason, and you could see the tennis coaches from Kill la Kill's tennis racket leaning up against the wall.
Oh, nice.
The giant red spiky one. But, I don't know.
In scene 27, you see Inferno Cop ride by, and you're like, wait a minute, what was that?
I think he's in the opening. I forgot to go back and check. But, like, because the gimmick is they're all supposed to have powers, but there's been, like, 2 episodes where they don't use them. It's kind of annoying, but in the opening, they're all showing their powers, and I think one of them like summons Inferno Cop for a frame or two.
What about Psychopaths 2?
Oh, I'm saving that up.
I gotta go back and rewatch Psychopaths 1.
Did you watch it?
I watched like 4 or 5 episodes of it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. At least watch till the halfway point.
That's what Spooky Boogie's from, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So up at least until after that arc I watched.
Yeah. Psychopath's a good show.
I heard that it is good. But watching it was sort of like, oh, it was kind of like that thing we were talking about with Sword Art Online. I was watching it, and then I stopped watching it. Didn't really feel like going back, but I didn't hate my experience.
It's not the best thing ever. Now that I think about it, there are, like, the ending wasn't the best thing ever, but watching it, like, every episode, I was like, this is awesome. And you need to watch at least to halfway, because I think the halfway point is really, like, they put a twist in there where it's like, yes.
I did find an HD version of Gundam Wing. All 50 gigs of it.
All right.
I was thinking about downloading that and watching it through.
Well,
because I haven't watched Gundam Wing since I watched it with Kenny. Back in the day, we marathoned the whole thing.
yeah.
It was a bad idea because it's 50 episodes. And we did it in like a marathon.
One sitting.
We went to bed for like a few hours and then we got up and watched it again.
2 sittings, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think it takes about 1 sitting to watch 26 episodes.
It was tough. I think the plan was I had to leave because I was going home.
Well, is there anything else to talk about?
Not really. That's our update. We got some imposters.
Some bad imposters.
We got some bad imposters. We got a friend, a new friend. Well, definitely Jeff.
Yeah, thanks,
From now
Jeff.
on, we're going to just... At least I'm going to keep on trying to do things that you would like. And maybe this podcast should take a direction to where we try to make Jeff happy.
Yeah, leave a comment, Jeff.
If you have something you want us to do or review or talk about, you get priority A. Gold priority. You are a gold member. VIP.
That's right. You're an Anibros Gold member. You have a year of gold membership, let me say that.
For free. Don't even have to pay. That's a $99.99 value.
It's Gold Prime membership.
Not even Willis has that. We won't even give him one. So, keep being cool. Tell your friends. Keep on putting us in those popularity rankings that you like to do. And we'll keep on giving you prizes.
And I want everybody to keep on huff duffing, but don't huff duff too hard.
No, I hope I die when all of our episodes have been huff duffed. Every single one.
The paper bag in your hand.
Some gold paint, a sock. I know how it goes.
It's Anibros Gold.
I huffed up that gold membership through my stinky sock.
It's illegal and we don't condone it.
Don't do that. Yeah, it's bad.